The bridge of the Zephyrian dreadnought Eternal Dominion hummed with satisfied energy as Admiral Kethrix observed the debris field through the viewport. The human-civilian transport Harmony's Dream had been reduced to scattered metal and vapor in mere seconds. 300 innocent souls had perished in what the Zephyrians would later claim was a navigation error in their official reports. "A clean strike," hissed Commander Vex, his scaled features twisted in cruel satisfaction. "The humans will learn their place in this sector. Their shipping lanes are now ours." Admiral Kethrix nodded, his 4 eyes gleaming with predatory pleasure. The Zephyrian Empire had been expanding aggressively for decades, and humanity's growing presence in the Outer Rim territories had become an irritation. A demonstration of power was necessary, and civilian targets sent the clearest message. "Signal. The fleet," Kethrix commanded. "We return to Zephyr Prime. Let the humans mourn their dead while they consider our terms." What the Zephyrians didn't understand was that they had just made the gravest miscalculation in their species' history. 48 hours later, Admiral Sarah Chen stood in the war room of Terra Command, her expression carved from stone. The holographic display showed the last transmission from Harmony's Dream. A children's choir from Luna Colony had been aboard, returning from a cultural exchange program. The youngest victim was 6 years old. "Status report," Chen said, her voice carrying the weight of controlled fury. General Marcus Webb stepped forward. "Intelligence confirms it was deliberate. The Zephyrian fleet altered course specifically to intercept Harmony's Dream. They wanted to send a message." "Then we'll send one back," Chen replied. "Activate Protocol Damocles." A hush fell over the room. Protocol Damocles was humanity's most classified military doctrine, the culmination of centuries of warfare innovation, developed by minds that had survived everything from ancient battlefields to nuclear brinksmanship. It wasn't just about overwhelming firepower. It was about surgical psychological warfare that would break an enemy's will while demonstrating humanity's capacity for both precision and restraint. "Admiral," Webb said carefully, "Damocles hasn't been field-tested on this scale." Chen's smile was winter cold. "Then the Zephyrians will be our test subjects." Admiral Kethrix was reviewing tribute demands in his private quarters when his communication array activated with an emergency signal. The face of his intelligence chief, Commander Zark, appeared on screen, all 4 eyes wide with panic. "Admiral, we're detecting massive spatial distortions throughout our home system. Something is—" The transmission cut to static. Kethrix rushed to his bridge where chaos reigned. Every screen showed the same impossible sight. Hundreds of human ships materializing throughout Zephyrian space, not just around Zephyr Prime, but at every major installation, every fleet position, every colonial outpost simultaneously. "How?" Kethrix whispered. "How did they coordinate this? Our intelligence showed their nearest battle group was 6 months away." What the Zephyrians couldn't comprehend was humanity's mastery of quantum entanglement networks and AI-coordinated fleet management. While other species built bigger ships and more powerful weapons, humans had developed something far more dangerous: perfect information and instantaneous coordination across galactic distances. Commander Vex's voice shook as he read sensor data. "Admiral, they're not attacking. They're just waiting." Then came the transmission. Admiral Chen's face appeared on every Zephyrian screen simultaneously. On their warships, their civilian networks, their personal devices. Her voice was calm, professional, and absolutely terrifying in its measured precision. "This is Admiral Sarah Chen of the Terran Defense Force. 48 hours ago, you murdered 300 civilians, including 47 children. You did this to send a message about strength." On the tactical display, every human ship began moving with inhuman precision, not toward targets, but into perfect formation, a demonstration of coordination that defied every military doctrine. The Zephyrians understood. Let me show you what strength actually looks like, Chen continued. In 30 seconds, we will eliminate every military asset in your space. Your civilian populations will remain unharmed. Your colonies will be untouched. But your capacity for aggression ends now. Ketherick screamed orders to his fleet, but it was useless. The human ships moved like a single organism, their targeting systems linked across light years. When they fired, it wasn't with the crude, overwhelming force the Zephyrians expected. Instead, every shot was perfect. Weapons arrays were severed with surgical precision. Shield generators were disabled with single, carefully placed strikes. Engine cores were neutralized without causing catastrophic explosions that might harm nearby civilian stations. In 17 minutes, the entire Zephyrian military was rendered helpless without a single non-combatant casualty. But the most terrifying part wasn't the destruction, it was the restraint. As Admiral Ketherick watched his mighty dreadnoughts, weapon systems spark and die, he realized the horrible truth. The humans could have destroyed everything. Their targeting was so precise, their coordination so perfect, that they could have eliminated every Zephyrian in the galaxy if they chose. Instead, they had demonstrated something far more frightening than overwhelming force. Overwhelming control. Admiral Chen's final transmission was brief. The children on Harmony's dream were going to be musicians, teachers, and explorers. They will never have that chance because of your choices. Remember that when you explain to your people why your empire's expansion ends today, the screens went dark. In the aftermath, as Zephyrian salvage crews worked to repair their crippled fleets, word spread throughout the galaxy. Humanity didn't just possess advanced technology or superior numbers. They had achieved something that made every aggressive species reconsider their plans. God-tier precision married to absolute moral clarity. The Zephyrian Empire never recovered its appetite for conquest. And across the galaxy, other species took note of the new equation in galactic politics. Humanity didn't need to be the strongest or the most numerous. They just needed to be precise. And they were very, very precise indeed.